Oh shit, man! Look who we got, man. We got one of the most popular figures online right now, and every day she causes some commotion, man. Kayla B, how you doing?
Good. I ain't been causing no commotion lately. I've been chilling. So I'm just working on my music. That's what you be seeing now, music.
Yeah. We just posted you yesterday. You did what, like 500,000?
Yeah.
Got a lot of love, but a lot of hate.
Yeah. Normal.
You used to the hate?
Yeah. Like from Chicago. Like a lot of people don't like me. A lot of people like me. It's like I don't care about that. That shit don't bother me at all. Like I'm built for this shit. For real.
Yeah. Did this your first ever interview?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What made you hold off for so long?
Hold off on what?
Interviews, because I know a lot of people, they were hitting you up and shit.
Yeah, a lot of people be hitting me up about interviews. It's like I don't like talking. Like I don't know. I'm shy. I don't like really talking and stuff. So it's like I'm like, I know they're gonna be asking me some crazy shit. But it's like now that I'm becoming like more into my rap, I gotta do interviews and get my voice out there and stuff. Get known more.
Yeah, you don't come off as shy. I'm saying you fight online and going crazy and pulling hair.
Yeah, that's for the internet and that's what y'all see. Y'all only see sometimes the bad me. But like I'm a really good, nice person.
Yeah, you just entertaining.
Yeah, maybe, maybe not.
So you grew up in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
What part?
The South Side, 59th. I was raised around No Love. It's called No Love, 59th and Union, Halstead, Emerald, in that area.
Okay. And what was it like growing up, as a kid?
It was kind of cool. It was lit. Like I used to go wherever I wanted to go because I was kind of known like everywhere. So it's like I didn't really have that many problems.
Yeah. Did you have both of your parents in your life?
No, my dad died when I was younger. I kind of had my mom, but my grandma raised me. So
Yeah. How old were you when your dad passed away?
I was like 10. But I remember because I was a daddy's girl. I was like real close to my daddy. So
Yeah. So you remember that the day?
yeah, I remember the day he passed away and like what happened. They was trying to hide it from me, like that he had got shot and stuff. Was like I kept asking about my daddy. My grandma was just like, just tell her what happened. Then like the next day he ended up passing away. I was kind of mad about that situation too because it's just like maybe I could have spent time with my daddy before he passed away if my mama would have let me know he was in the hospital. Like they didn't even tell me until the day he passed away.
Was he sick?
No, he had got shot. He was real known in Chicago. He got shot.
Yeah. Sorry about that. So how did you figure out? Like you said they were trying to hide it from you.
Yeah, my grandma, she ended up telling me. My mama was trying to hide it from me. Then my grandma, she ended up telling me because I guess I had kept asking and shit. And after that shit, we had to go to the funeral and all that. So it was like, I was going to find out regardless. But
Yeah. And you and your mom, you said that your grandma raised you.
yeah.
What's your relationship now with your mom? Like, do y'all see eye to eye or
No, we don't see eye to eye. It's just like, when we do, when we cool, but we don't see eye to eye at all.
is it because of, how she raised you or
Um, I don't know. Let me see how I can say this. She kind of stuck in her ways. A lot of people say we act alike, so maybe that's the reason. Like she still want to be young and stuff. So it's just like it's not no time for that nowadays. Like it's just be a mom, be a grandmother to your grandchildren and stuff like that. It's like she's stubborn too. Like she be stuck in her ways. She's stubborn with like I feel like as a mother, you shouldn't be like that with your kids.
Hmm.
So
so how did it affect you growing up, not really, having your mom and your dad in your life, every day? Did that affect you?
it probably did because it's like when I was growing up, I used to stay in trouble. So you never know as a kid like how something affects you. Like you don't let it show. I was still raised good. Like I got whatever I want. I was still like one of them girls. Like but it's just like I would have rather to have my mom and dad present than me staying with my grandma. But it's like, hey, shit happened. It happened, and I I don't really care so much.
Yeah. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
On my mom's side, I got my sister and my brother, Tati and Eddie. Then on my dad's side, it's me, Sanaya, Davon, Walter, Dominique, Autumn, Mark. Did I say Walter? And Walter. That's all I know of. It's other people coming out saying, "Oh, we're your sister and brother." Like, it's like I didn't know them, so it's just like if you want together when my dad got us together, I don't claim them at all.
Yeah. So you and King Von, y'all share the same mother.
Daddy.
Dad.
Mhm.
Okay. And so do you remember him growing up?
Yeah, me and mom had to fight everything. Like, I used to fight everybody. Yeah, I was always with my brother growing up and stuff like that. It's just like he was just in and
Okay.
out of jail, so it's just like he'd be out, then boom, he'd be back in jail. So it's just like, and then kind of when my dad passed, we all kind of split up. So it's like my daddy used to bring us all together, bring us to events and shit like that. But then like when he passed away, you know, we got different moms. So it's just like we all going our separate ways until we got older to link with each other and be around each other.
Yeah. So growing up, you weren't with King Von every day type shit.
Like growing up, like we was like maybe 6 to maybe maybe we was like 10 and 15. We was around each other. Then it's like he went to jail, and then when he got out, we had ended up linking back up.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know you see it. We report on it. All the blogs report on it. But it's like now, I mean, we know what King Von was about, but now you have documentation coming out and police reports coming out about the things that King Von did and the bodies and the stuff that he allegedly, he did. When you see that type of stuff, is that stuff that you knew that was going on? Did you see that King Von growing up, or was that a whole different side?
What they talking about, I don't know what they talking about. Like, them not facts at all. They lying. I don't believe nothing they say. My brother was a nice young man. He probably was in the streets, but he ain't do nothing to nobody, so they lying on him.
Yeah, when you see those reports though, like, and it's like one just came out like 2 days ago, like, when you seen that, what was your thoughts?
When I seen it, I'm like, why they wait till my brother passed away to say that he did this and that? Like when he was alive, like why y'all didn't come out and say all this then? Like now he passed away, oh he did this, he did that. Like I'm like, they lying on him. He ain't did nothing.
Now, did you graduate school?
From high school, yeah, I graduated from my alternative school. I kept getting kicked out like the regular schools, so I had to end up going to alternative schools. But I graduated. I got my diploma. I couldn't walk across the stage at the end of the school year because I had gotten into a big fight at the end of school year with one of these girls, and I had beat her up. So she wanted her lick back. So she was telling everybody like she was gonna have like her whole family come up to the school, and then the school heard about it. So they had told my grandma like, we ain't gonna have her walk across the stage. We just gonna mail a diploma and stuff like that. I ain't getting no about none of this shit. So as long as I got my high school diploma, I was cool.
Yeah, so you've been fighting your whole life.
Yeah, basically.
And when you graduated school, I mean, did you know? Because how old are you now?
I'm real young. I don't tell my age to people. Is that a problem?
Okay. No, that's cool. So when you graduate school, a lot of people, they feel like they don't know what they're going to do with themselves and things like that. Like when you graduated, what was one of the things that you kind of wanted to do after high school and shit?
I don't know. I never thought about that. I don't never think about stuff like that. I just go with the flow. I was a
day
booster
for day.
though.
You was a booster?
Yeah, I was a booster. I used to steal for everybody, like go get the clothes and sell them. So it's like right now I'm just living in the moment. So I was just like stealing, selling stuff, making sure me and my family and kids straight, like making my money and stuff. Like I ain't never really think about what I was gonna do, what was gonna go on. I never thought like my life would be like this right now, how it is. Like shit happened.
How old were you when you started boosting?
Maybe like 15 to 16.
So during high school.
I was working at McDonald's. But I still was stealing. It's just like, them little checks not doing nothing. So it's just like I still want to to like get clothes. I used to be selling clothes, get my McDonald's checks, stuff like that.
How much were you making from McDonald's at the time? You remember?
Not that much. Them little checks were nothing.
Like $200 checks?
Not no $200. I wouldn't be going. I would just continue boosting. Maybe like 500 to like 700 the most.
Okay. And I know you probably pocketing money on the job and shit too.
Yeah, I used to be doing little shit. It's like you have to do what you gotta do. Like shit.
Yeah. So boosting, right? Like explain like the whole boosting part. Like, did you gain like a clientele? Was it like certain things you had to steal for the clients? Like, how does that whole thing work? Like,
yeah, when you stealing this shit, like okay. Like around school time, they was really cheap for their kids. My friend over here, she still, so she know they be real cheap for the kids. Like when it's come for the kids, they fucking cheap. But I was like, okay, we're not spending $500 or more. Like I'm not getting this kid order because sometimes I used to do kids orders or like the Nike Tech was big too. You know, it went to a stage where everybody, all the niggas went the Nike Techs. I used to be thirsty to get them motherfuckers like, cause that's $100 a driver suit. Like it depends. Like I had hella clients, so I used to sell perfume, clothes. I used to get designer clothes, all of it. Like me and my friends, we really was some girls like boosting. For real.
Did you ever get caught up? Like, did you ever get caught, you know, in the action of boosting?
Yeah, I done been in jail. I done did like one time I did 30 days. I've been on probation, house arrest. I done fought undercovers. Like I done did all types of shit.
What's like the technique though? Like, what's the, you know, you don't gotta say too much, but like, what's the technique of boosting? Like, how do you perfect that? Like, is this something that you just practiced over time, or
you can't be scared? Cause you know you can go boosting with some girls and they be you be in the store like you and your friend be in the store. We got them girls that try to act like they're not with you, and we got the girls that we together. Like we all gonna get our shit, then it's either we gonna pop the sensors off or we gonna beep out together. Me and my friends, like sometimes they was like too thirsty, we just beep out. What y'all gonna do? Like we used to be hopping right in the car, getting gone.
Yeah. How much you think you ran up like with boosting over the years in high school?
Boosting, I done boosted some money with boosting. Like, how much you think we didn't run up?
$200,000.
Man, boosting, we was straight. Like sometimes, never mind.
Yeah, I don't want no indictments from this interview. You know, we don't got to get too.
I did my time, got my probation, shit all that. They can't do nothing to me.
What made you stop though? Was it the legal situation or?
I stopped boosting because the last time I got arrested, me and my friend, one of my old friends, we had caught a case. This is the last time I got arrested. That's when I had already moved to Atlanta. I was dating this boy from Atlanta. Boom, I had got arrested. So I'm in jail. I was dating Lil Harold. I was in jail. I called my brothers and like, I just got caught. Ooh. So they was like, you gotta call your boyfriend and stuff. I had ended up calling my boyfriend. He was on tour with Savage, 21 Savage. So he was like, man, I'm on tour right now. You know, all my money at the crib. Call Savage. They call him Lil Man. He's like, call Lil Man and tell him woo, because he just went out there to do something. So I had called Savage. Savage in the middle of a whole fucking card game. So I'm calling him from jail. So I'm like, Savage. So I'm like, yeah, I need y'all to buy me out and stuff like that. I'm in jail. So at first he wouldn't listen. Then when I said jail, he said, wait, what you just said? I'm like, yeah, I'm in jail right now. I need y'all to buy me out. Ooh. He was like, how much is it? So I told him, he's like, I had somebody pull up and meet me. So I had told my cousin, like, pull up on them, get the money and shit. Then I had got out. Came back to Atlanta. I was going to court and shit. So they was like, oh, this is my last court. They was like, before they gave me my sentence, they was like, we want to give her 3 years. I think they said like 3 to 5 years or some shit. They was like, we want to give her 3 to 5 years because it's like she been constantly stealing, doing this and that. When they said that, I said, oh hell no. I said, no, you ain't. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna steal no more. I moved to Atlanta. I don't not live in Chicago no more. I could not go to jail. I'm like, I got a son. If y'all send me to jail for that long, I'm gonna not be in my son's life. I'm like, I changed my whole life. I don't even hang with them females no more. So then the judge was like, okay, we're gonna give her another chance. Ooh. She's like, but if I see you again from stealing, I'm giving you that time. Since then, they ain't seen me. You ain't gotta worry about me. Shit. And then it was like my brother was already rapping. I'm already knowing what's gonna go on with this rapping shit. So it's like I stopped doing that shit. I went back to go to jail for that long. Jail is not somewhere I want to be.
So King Von gets out of jail this the last time, right? Like King Von gets out of jail this very last time. We start seeing him pop up with Lil Durk. He releases Crazy Story, goes crazy. You know, take us through that time when you're seeing him get out of jail, when he's slowly transitioning into a rapper.
Yeah, okay, so around the time, like, it was one time we was in Magic City. He was like, yes, sis, they told me about like around this time. I don't remember the exact date, but he was like, they told me like around this time next year I'm gonna be rich as hell. You know, where the fuck we had came from? He had recorded this song, You Don't Wanna Be Me, and he said my name in it. We had left from Miami, then we had came right to Atlanta. We went right to the studio. He recording all night. I'm in that sleep, cold as hell and shit. I just seen him like come from nothing and shit. I was at his court date when he was at trial. And I already knew he was gonna be because the people that was going against him, like the what's this shit called? State. Yeah, the state and the witnesses shit. They was lying. They was getting caught in their lies and shit. So it's like the shit they was saying, I'm like, my brother's gonna come home. He gonna beat this shit. I'm already knowing.
What was he? Wait. What was he fighting in?
I think he was fighting that murder. Was it? Yeah, he was fighting that murder.
Yep.
Before he finally came home. Boom, he came home. Boom. He was like, I gotta figure something out. He started rapping. He did his first song with the video show. I missed the video, but I put up after because I was getting my hair done and shit. I put up after. And he was like, y'all can take this shit serious. He moved to Atlanta. Boom. I'm like, man, fuck that. Like, my brother in Atlanta, I got a new boy from the shop for the move too. I moved to Atlanta. Boom. He rapping, doing his shit. Like, I'm listening to his music. He used to send me his music to post on my page and shit. Like, because I have more clout. When we was growing up and shit, like, I had already had clout. I was known already because, like, I used to fight all the time. I was a booster. So he used to send me his songs and shit. Like, sis, post my songs. We was singing it and shit. So I used to do this shit. Then, boom, that last time when he did Crazy Story and which was doing a Wanna Be Me song and shit like that, after that, he blew up.
Did he send you Crazy Story before he released it?
No, he didn't send me Crazy Story.
Okay. When you were at that trial, did you know, was it like a 50-50 chance that he would get out?
I knew he was come home. For what them people were saying, like the guy that was on his case with him that went against him, they was like asking him questions. He wouldn't even open his mouth. Like the judge was like asking his lawyer, like, what's wrong with your client? Why he not talking? The guy ain't say nothing. They was asking him his first name. He ain't say nothing. So the judge got mad, like, remove him. It's like everything everybody was saying wasn't making sense, wasn't adding up. Some people said they didn't remember all that. So I'm like, I'm just listening. I'm like, he's gonna beat this. I already knew he was gonna beat it.
Yeah. Was there a lot of people at the trial date? Do you remember seeing anybody, specific or?
Yeah, it was his family was there. Some of his friends. One of the witnesses, I knew her because my dad was messing with. My daddy was messing with one of the witness mamas. We used to call her our stepsisters. Like, I guess she was with Vaughn or around Vaughn when the situation happened, and she had ended up, I guess, telling on him or whatever, saying whatever she's seen or whatever. So it's like it was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Now, King Von takes off. He's doing this thing. He's going crazy. He starts dating Asian Doll. Do y'all become friends? Do you and Asian Doll were y'all already friends, or what was that relationship like with Asian Doll? Well, Queen Von, as she would say.
Asian Doll, like you said.
Well, yeah, Asian Doll. What was the relationship like, then?
Me and her, we was cool. Like, we had a good relationship. Like, that was his girlfriend. Like, it was what it was,
Yeah. Time goes by. And then a beef starts. People say, Asian Doll was at Youngboy's crib. Do you feel like that was the beginning of the shit that, we see today?
Yeah, it's probably true because it probably was true because knowing her, she real sneaky. So I could believe it that she was at the house and like, I won't say that was part of the beef because it was a lot of messy shit going on with Youngboy, Asian, all type of shit. So it's just like, It was a lot of shit going on, but
Yeah, yeah. Now, King Von, you know, he gets shot in Atlanta that day. All that shit took place. Do you remember where you were at?
yeah, I was with him. We was out together, but I had a driver in a black truck, so it's like at first I was sitting on the side of him where he was sitting at, but like in my black truck, the valet people had pulled up like, hey, we need y'all to move y'all cars over there to the back. So it's like I'm in the back. So it's like I can still see like what's going on right here, but I can't see what's going on like in front of the club scene, you know, where the shit happened at. So I was in my car the whole time. I didn't even know my brother had got shot until I'm calling everybody's phone trying to see where everybody at. And that's my cousin and I had told me like he had got shot.
Yeah. So you're there that night, but y'all switched cars basically.
No, he had his own cars. I always had my
Okay,
own
okay.
cars. He had his own car. He was in a black truck. At first, I thought he was because he had just got a car for his birthday. I thought he was in his car the whole time. They said he had got up in a black truck and smoked some weed and shit. So I was kind of like in the back and like in the parking lot. It's a whole big ass parking lot. I'm in the back here. He all the way up there in the front. I'm in the car with my friends and my brothers and them. Like we just talking and shit. And we hear gunshots. What the fuck? So my driver he pull out, but then he like stop and freeze up. So now we see like what's going on. Like the shooting and shit. And then we talking about y'all like, pull the fuck out. Why the fuck you still sitting right here? Like, pull out. He froze up. He finally pull out for shit. We drive out. We come back around. That's when I get to calling everybody phone, like, what the fuck? What's going on and shit? And that's when everybody got to telling me and shit.
Yeah. So you just see everybody scattering and shit. You don't really see everything that went down.
Yeah, I see gunshots. Like, I ain't gonna say too much, but I'm seeing people shooting. I'm seeing this and that. I'm seeing one of my homies hit the ground. One of the police had ended up hitting one of my homies. I'm seeing all this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it. But the whole time I see my brother car pull out, I'm like, my brother was in his car. So I'm like, my brother good. I'm calling around trying to make sure everything's sharp. The first person I called was my brother. He ain't answer. Boom. I'm calling my cousin Bonnie. He pick up. He like, yeah, your brother got shot, but he good. He only got shot one time. Ooh. For real, I'm like, what the fuck? I still go crazy and shit. So that's when everybody calling me and shit. They was scared. They was saying he was good and shit. So I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna stress it. But it's like I stayed up to like 7 in the morning. I ain't getting no sleep. I stayed up to like 7. They had end up calling like, yeah, Von called. They say he good and shit. Like I'm like, cool. I can go to sleep a little. Man, I wake back up. His cousin called me. Like he gone. I see that shit on the internet. I went crazy. Like I went crazy.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm gonna say like a week later, the surveillance it leaked and it showed everything that happened. You know, it showed Quando Rock walking up, and then it showed your brother, you know, getting out the car and really just like putting them on him, putting them hands on him.
Yeah, he did what he needed to do. If I was right there, I would have jumped in too, for sure. I ain't let my brother fight nobody bad stuff. I don't care who you is. I'm jumping in. Any fight he ever had in front of me, I jumped in.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people when they see the surveillance, they say, you know, Lil Tim, even I think 600 Breezy said it too in an interview. It was like Lil Tim did what he was supposed to do, holding his homie down. Do you agree with that, or you know?
No, I don't agree with nothing nobody's saying. Like I'm with my brother 100%. I'm agreeing with my folks. Like I don't know what nobody else got going on, what the fuck they talking about, but at the end of the day, fight. Why y'all want to fight? Like I would have jumped in, like I said, if I was like, and beat his ass too.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry about that, man. Now it was like photos released of King Von, man, and they spread it all over the web, and I think it was reports of, you know, your family was trying to sue like the funeral home or something like that.
I don't know about that part because I don't really be in the business. Like I stay in my lane. Like I don't get into all that. You know, that's something his mama and shit got to break on and shit. It's like, yeah, once them pictures got leaked, I thought that shit was fake at first. I seen that shit. Then the girl who worked there, she had inboxed me, sending me all like Facebook. I'm the one who found out who did it and what had happened because this girl on Twitter, she had inboxed me like, I don't like that shit. I know exactly who did it. She sent me his Facebook. She like, he stay doing messy ass shit like that. Like he the one who leaked the pictures and I had sent out. All I did was send out all the information that I had got from the girl and shit, and sent it to like my folks so they can, you know, take care of whatever they have to take care of. Like stuff other than that, like that doing shit, I don't get into none of that. It's like nothing with his money, none of that. That ain't my lane. I stay in my lane.
Yeah, that shit was distasteful, man. I remember seeing that shit on Twitter, and I'm like, how the hell does that get out? Like,
just like
with somebody of that stature.
That shit, I don't know what was the guy point like of doing that. Like, did somebody pay you? Like, what was your point of doing that shit? Like, that shit was lame as hell to me. Like, I was ready to go slag. Like, I was thinking all type of shit in my head. Like, it's like I'm like, everybody like, nah, Kayla, don't go do that. Ooh. So I was thinking about some crazy ass shit going to that place to do, but.
What was their excuse? Did they ever respond?
No, all the fans, I had leaked their numbers and shit like that. All the fans kept calling their phones and shit. They had cut their phones off. I think they said something, but I don't remember what the fuck they had said. I think they said because one of the fans had said they had finally answered, and they said they was gonna look into it. But to be honest, I don't know whatever happened with it. Like I told you, I stay in my lane.
It's a damn shame. Now, shortly after that, 21 Savage, he bought you a Range Rover?
Yeah.
Okay. And was that random? You knew that was coming, or?
No, I didn't know it was coming. Like, I've been knowing Savage them for a long time, maybe since I moved to Atlanta, because like I told you, I was dating his little brother. So it's just like, I had already had relationships with them. Like, I've been locked in with them and stuff like that. So it's just like, I was posting on my Instagram. I guess he heard because before my birthday was coming up, like, Von Dad, like November 6th, right? Yeah, and then my birthday was November 26th. It's like, I'm like, fuck that. I ain't celebrating no birthday, none of that shit. And I guess Savage had heard, like, they say Bond was sneaking up to Range Rover every day because he was about to buy me a Range Rover for my birthday. And I guess he had heard Bond, you know, was going to do that. So he had bought me a Range Rover. Him and my cousin had clicked up and connected because my cousin had already knew what type of truck I wanted, how I wanted to look. And then they had commented one day like, yeah, pull up right here. They had sent me an Uber and shit. They had pulled me up. And then when I had pulled up, my cousin's like, yeah, Savage bought you this car and he got you 20 more roses and shit like that. I was just
That's real.
Shit.
That's real.
Yeah, Savage a real ass nigga. I fuck with him.
Yep. Yeah, I remember when I seen it hit the net, a lot of people, you know, they thought y'all were dating and I don't know. You know how the internet could get, man.
Wrong guy. It's the wrong one. Yeah. I was dating his brother though.
Yeah. Now I recently did Lil J's first interview home.
Ooh.
And Lil J.
Okay.
Yeah. And he did 7 years in the pen.
Yeah, I think I watched the interview with you and him. You was asking him about that gay shit too. You heard about that shit too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, you something else, man. So, but yeah, I guess he had one day y'all were at a party and y'all kind of got in a physical altercation.
Yeah, his bitch ass. Yeah, we had got into an altercation. It's just like, I ain't no hoe. Everybody know me in the rack. I'm not one of those. I'm not no lame. Like, I'm fine. Like, but you know, you a hoe nigga. So.
Yeah. So you knew him growing up?
I ain't know him growing up, but like, I dated somebody from 62nd, not from 63rd. I dated a nigga that was from 62nd. And, you know, that's how I was hanging around him because, you know, it's like, I go with this nigga. This nigga, like, he crazy about me. He not gonna let nobody play with me. He don't give a fuck my brother King Von. Like, he don't care about none of that shit. Like, my boyfriend was getting into it with his own guys about me. Like, ain't nobody gonna play with me. So it's just like, I dated him. So that's how I was around him and shit like that. It's like, you know how when you date somebody, you claim what they claim and shit like that. I was young. Like, I was young as fuck. Like, I didn't think this shit was gonna get this fucking serious. How I got fucking serious. Cause I know everybody be posting pictures. Okay, look from 63rd. I'm not from no fucking 63rd, bitch. I just used to hang over there because my boyfriend was 62nd. If you want to be honest, I'm fucking 59th and like I said, Union, Halstead, Emerald. That's what I was born and raised at. But it's like I had ended up getting a boyfriend from Robertson High School, and I started hanging on his block and shit, claiming his block, which. Maybe I should never did. But
so you don't deal with people from 63rd at all?
Fuck no. Like, I had ended up, this how I stopped dealing with them anyways. Like, because like, I was dating a boy, he had ended up getting locked up and shit like that. So once he got locked up and shit, I had met my baby daddy. You know, my baby daddy had hella money. Like, he know who my ex-boyfriend was. So it's just like, he was like, that shit dead. Like, you can't go back over there. You can't talk to them. On top of, like, you know, my brother them, like, beef with them hard as hell now. So it's like, shit got real, like, around this time. So it's like, I got the fuck on. Like, I got the fuck on. Then on top of that, like, I won't go in against my brother.
Yeah. So, but basically, O Block is on 63rd, right?
No, it's on 64.
Ain't that kind of? Isn't it like in?
It's not.
It ain't the same.
63rd. No, it's not. It's on 64, 65th, 60. What is it? Stop at 66. Yeah, 66.
Okay.
Not 63rd though. The crackheads be on 63rd.
Yo, he kind of made that. He kind of made 63rd like a tourist attraction though. Like,
yeah,
when people go to Chicago
all
now.
That shit lit. My brother got the rack lit, Overlock, 63rd, 64. Like, everybody be want to go over there because of my brother. Like, he the real goat of the rack, Overlock, all that. Like, he got that shit lit.
Yeah. Now, you have a viral video fighting Cuban Doll. It was more of a cat fight, man. It was a lot of pulling, you know, a lot of tussling.
It wasn't no cat fight. You must ain't see that blood and shit. I ain't do all that.
What was that about?
To be honest, it was some shit. Her agent was beefing into it and shit like that. And to be honest, the shit was about Asian, but Asian being Asian, she don't never like be on that in real life for real. So it's just like, you know, me being a friend, like I'm having her back and shit like that. So it's like, since then, like back in the day, like since we had beef and shit, like we had ended up, I don't know what the fuck we had ended up getting into it about that around that time, but it's just like we had ended up getting back into it. Boom, I'm like, pull up, let's link with a fight. You know, bitches think because I'm little and shit, like they gonna do something, but I've been fine. So she pulled up, we fought.
You felt like you won?
Yeah, yes, 100% sure I won. She didn't want to fight no more after we got done fighting. Little sis was out of breath, passed out. Like they have to like carry her to the car. Shit, I'm like, want to fight again? What up? She passed out, like ignored the whole situation. So I left that shit alone.
You ever took an L before?
I think I did. I probably did. Like I've been fighting a long time. I probably like lost like 1 or 2 fights, but that was when I was younger. But I didn't have like 1,000,001 fights, so 2 out of 1,000,000. Hey, I'm good. I don't give a fuck.
You think you could handle an L now though?
Handle who?
You think you could handle taking an L now?
No, I ain't taking no L now. I gotta whoop you. I ain't going.
Even the greats take an L though. Everybody takes an L.
I can't go down like that. Cause that shit gonna go viral. You see what I do, especially a fight. The internet, I love to see me get my ass whooped right now. I done whooped everybody's ass on the internet and shit. I ain't going like that.
Yeah. But on some real shit though, like, and I know this is a different subject, but King Von really took care of a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, I remember there was a video, I think he had like 100,000 and he gave like each person at the table like 1,000, or I forgot how much it was, but it was just like, you could just see the look on people's faces, like the joy, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like the shit he was doing, you didn't really see people do shit like that in Chirac or Chicago. Like speak on that, like how he helped so many people, you know, on camera and off camera. It's a lot of situations that we don't even know about that he helped people.
Yeah, his guys, that nigga, he loved them motherfucking little boys. Like, they look up to him. They loved him too. They used to call him Pops. Like, most of them call him Pops and shit. Like, so that shit happening for Von, like, they was excited. They was happy as hell because they know Von gonna make sure everybody's straight. Like, everybody's straight. Like, he made sure I was straight, his mama, like, everybody. Whoever needed something, he making sure everybody's straight. So it's just like, he was a good ass person. Like, it's just like, before then, we all been supportive, like from the court days, from the rapping studio, all that. So it's like maybe I feel like he had to like show us some love too, because we've been having his back, like especially me, like he already know. Like one time, the time he had recorded the song, like I told you, he had took a picture of me. I wasn't even looking. And he was like, Shorty finna have everything she ever wanted. Boom. It's like he made sure I was straight, my son straight, like his baby mama is like everybody around us straight. He was a good ass nigga.
Yeah. Now, after he passed, it was a video of, allegedly people. Well, there was a video of people assuming that his homies was stealing from his crib. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that, but I wouldn't say they probably was stealing. Like if they was taking shit, they probably had all went to the house to put their shit up. Maybe they was taking their shit. I can't speak on that because like I don't know what the fuck was going on. Like I stay in my lane with a lot of shit, so I'm not gonna speak on them and say, oh, they was stealing wood, and I don't know that. Like they probably was taking their shit. Like Vaughn used to give a lot of shit away. He didn't give a fuck. Like I had asked him, I'm like, let me get this. He's like, man, I gave that shit away to woo. So it's just like you never know what the fuck. You can't say nobody did something if you don't know. Like I'm not even gonna down talk them and say they was stealing, like, cause I don't know that.
That's real. Now there are a lot of documentaries about King Von and Ki. Did you personally know Ki?
Yeah, I fought that bitch.
Word?
Yeah, I fought her. Me and Von fought her. It's like me and Von kind of fought the same people. I beat her the fuck up. I forgot what me and that hoe got into it about. We got into it about something. She tried to play with me. I beat her the fuck up.
Did you fight her when she was a tomboy or back when she was a girly girl?
When she was a tomboy, I fought her. Like them dykes, they be trying to act tough. They're not really like that. I'm like that. So it's just like I fought her. I beat that hoe up. I know. I remember that one.
Yeah. Now, have you watched the documentaries about Ki and King Von?
I watched some of that shit, which is like I don't be listening to none of that shit. I know what's going on in real life. Like I don't gotta watch that shit. So
how accurate are some of the documentaries that you see about Ki?
I don't know. That girl ain't never liked me. So it's just like, cause she already knew my brother was from the other side. So most of them ain't really like me. The only people that really liked me was like my boyfriend, Gyro City, them. Like, but STL, Duck and all them, they ain't really. We got along, but like they ain't really care for me for real. Cause like they know my brother, them niggas. Like my brother, them coming over here beating y'all ass, doing this and that and shit like that. So it's just like she ain't never liked me. So it's like we was bound to fight. Like and she was a female, so it's just like. But I ain't never heard her. To be honest, what they used to say about her, they used to say she was a shooting air. Huh, buddy. Because they used to call themselves like the twins or whatever. They used to be talking shit about them. And like they be shooting in the air and shit.
So in these documentaries, it's documented that King Von had a crush on Ki.
He ain't got no crush on that hoe, but my brother likes to play a lot. Like he'll play. He how you think like he real serious, but he'll be playing like, come on. He ain't got no crush on that hoe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because they would tweet each other back, send each other kissy faces, and
yeah, that's some funny internet shit. That's the internet. In real life, you see, he fought her before too. He fought her. So it's just like, when they bump heads, they gonna get a busting. But that internet shit, that's just trying to be funny.
Yeah. Why did you fight her though?
I don't even know why I fought her. I'm pretty sure. I really don't remember why I fought her. But I know after she got killed, I was working at it's crazy because they used to have a McDonald's on King Drive right in between Gyro City, STL, 63rd, and then it was O-Block. I used to work right in the fucking middle. Sometimes they used to link up at the McDonald's, fight, jump through the windows, all that. Like, it used to be crazy. So, I guess after Ki had that and shit, like, I was at work and shit like that. So, right after I got out of work, I had went on my boyfriend's block and shit like that. One of the little boys out there talking shit. His name was Liberty. I remember this. They was mad because Ki had got killed. They was like, man, y'all be having her out there around. She the one who probably be. I ended up fighting his ass. I beat him up. I fight him. My folks jumping in too though. Like I got some people that's rocking with me. Like I was real close to some of them that passed. Like I was real close with 051 Melly. You know him? I was real close
Yep.
to Yarmel, Motor. I was real close to a lot of them, and they weren't playing about me. Like, so after I had fought the little nigga from his name Lil Ricky, he was from where Lil Ricky was from? Lil Ricky was from like he was from STL and shit, I think, or he wasn't from Gyro. I think he was from STL, so or EBT. I think he was from EBT. I had fought him and shit like that. Then my boyfriend had found out about it. My boyfriend had got mad as fuck, and he was like, "Man, we finna go down there and fight them." So they all clicked up, everybody in front of me, but it's like I had them fight each other because it's just like my boyfriend them don't play about me. Even though y'all all clicked up in y'all game, it's like my boyfriend not gonna let y'all play with me. So they had to end up going down there fighting and shit. And that's when I had heard like what really had happened. I had dad and shit like that. So
Yeah. Now this is public knowledge. You know, in these documentaries, they say that King Von he killed Ki, and it's really like it's really detailed. It's really detailed of the day where you know Ki was outside and King Von allegedly killed Ki. You know, when you see and hear these things, can you confirm or you know?
I ain't confirming shit. Hell no, I don't know nothing about that. Anybody could have smoked her ass. Like she was into it. All type of people. Just, y'all got a video or something? Like how y'all know my brother did that? If it ain't no video, he ain't did shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like the police, man. That's the thing with King Von, man.
Man,
A lot of police are pinning shit on King Von once he, you
cause
know.
they don't want to get finished investigating. They want to put it on somebody that ain't here. That's what it sounds like to me. Like they tired of, I don't know. Y'all ain't gonna put that shit on my brother. He ain't did shit. Let him rest. Like stop putting shit on him. That shit lame.
Yeah. Now you mentioned another name that was really respected in Chicago, and that's 051 Melly. Yeah, he didn't rap, really respected. A lot of fans, like after, especially after he passed, a lot of fans, you know, start posting his IG lives and you were cool with him, but it seems like, you know, before he passed, he would, you know, say stuff to King Von, he would say stuff to Durk. How did that friendship, how was that knowing that he, you know, was dissing your brother and your brother would say certain stuff to him and things like that?
Yeah, like I told you, I had been cut all them off like in 2015. 2014, 2015, I had been cut all that ass off. He used to always inbox me like, damn face, like you don't fuck with me no more, like damn, like cause me and him, we had a real relationship, like we was real close, like he ain't play about me either, which is like, I wasn't about to do that to my folks, you know, I'm grown now, like I'm older now, I know what's going on, like I can't do that shit like to my folks, like I'm over here, like for sure, 100%, she's like, that shit, 2014, 2015, we all young, like, I want. And I used to see them arguing and shit like that though. I used to still mind my business and shit like that though. Cause I'm a female at the end of the day, but certain shit I'm gonna get in, certain shit I'm not. It's like, I don't know. I feel like that would have been kind of lame for me to like say too much and I used to fuck with this nigga. I know his mama, little sister, brothers and all that. Like I used to be spending out over his house and shit because my friend was going with him and shit like that. Like I had real relationships with some of these niggas. I like know most of their mamas and shit. So it's like I wasn't finna be on no lame shit with a lot of them, so I used to just be quiet, like, and stay in my lane.
Yeah,
Let my brother
that's solid.
handle that.
Yeah, that's solid. So was Melly really what the street said he was?
I don't know. I went with him. I really don't know. You would hit some shit. It's like, I don't know. I don't really know about what nobody got going on with the streets that they is. I stay in my lane with shit like that.
Now, 600 Breezy recently went on Vlad TV. He said that King Von told 600 Breezy that Youngboy was going to shoot up his house. And it's going viral all over social media right now. A lot of people are calling 600 Breezy a rat or whatever. I know you probably seen it. It's everywhere. What was your thoughts on what 600 Breezy said about your brother and Youngboy?
Man, Breezy needs to stop doing interviews. For real, for real. Like, he needs to stop, like, and stop answering certain questions. Like, you see me, like, you don't gotta really say too much. Like, even if I did have that conversation, like, you know what's going on. Like, that shit ain't doing shit, but picking that shit back up, like have a motherfucker say lame ass shit. Like Breezy cool, I fuck with him, was like I don't know, some shit you can just keep to yourself.
Now I gotta ask you this, man, and I fuck with you, man. Like you're a good person, dope interview, but I can't be biased. I gotta ask you this. It's a lot of people who said like you and King Von dated and
Man, that shit is a fucking lie. Oh my fucking kid, like that shit is a fucking lie. People just hate how close we is. Like our relationship, we real close. Like it's just because we the same person. Like I see myself and my brother, like it's like we the same person. We eat alike, talk alike, like walk alike, like it's like we was just real close. We was the same, like all my sisters and brothers, like they good ass kids. Like me and Vine was like mainly the only people that used to get in trouble. Me and Vine stayed in jail, fights, like gang banging. My other brothers and sisters ain't did that shit, like for real, for real. So it's like we was just real close. I used to be stealing from my brother, like all type of shit. I used to be at all his court dates. Like my other brothers and sisters, they weren't really doing that shit for real, for real. Anytime my brother called, picking up the phone calls and shit like that, shit like that don't bother me because everybody around us from the rack know that shit ain't y'all know that shit ain't real. Like, come on now.
yeah. You know, is just a lot of blogs posting like
man,
I think
that
it was
shit is, and that's so fucking lame. Like that's some nasty ass shit. Like that's some lame ass shit. Like man, they was trying to say, oh, they didn't know they were sisters and brothers. I been knew this nigga was my motherfucking brother. Like my daddy had us around each other and shit like that. It's like we separated, but we linked back up. Like
yeah.
We ain't never not know we was like not brothers and sisters and shit. My cousin boss top. My first time going on O Block and shit, I was linking up with my cousin about stop and shit like that. And I had seen why I'm like, that's my brother. He like, yeah, this my sister. We had took pictures, all that. Everybody like, this op ass little girl. You know, they used to be calling me ops and shit. Even my brother and cousin used to be calling me ops and shit. Like, but we family at the end of the day. So it's just like, they know I go with this nigga over here, but at the end of the day, we family. I ain't never set nobody up. I ain't never did no lame shit. Like, I ain't never did none of that shit. I used to just mind my business, like go with my boyfriend, keep with my family. I ain't never set nobody up. So it's just like that shit. Yeah. That shit lame. That shit don't bother me at all. Cause I know that shit a fucking lie.
Yeah, cause it's a picture of King Von kissing a girl.
Man, that ain't me. That's this girl named Hannah. I had to tag Hannah in that shit because they kept saying, "Oh, this you." I said, "Hannah, why are you talking about this me?" And she has like, "Yeah, that's because people. That's the fans be messy as hell. Like everybody that know us, been around us, grew up around us, know for a fact that shit is fucking lie. It's too much. Man, I had a boyfriend. I was going with my boyfriend for like 5 years. When I broke up with his ass, I was going with my baby daddy for 5 years. Like I never cheated on none of them. Talked to no other nigga. None of that shit. So it's just like y'all didn't even be playing with me about my brother. Like that shit is weird. All because I guess they said I called him babe. That's some Chicago shit though. A lot of bitches call their brother babe. And shit like that, cousins, like all that shit, like that's kind of normal to us. Like, anybody thinking no weird ass shit like that.
Yeah. I just needed to address that. You know, that's what a lot of fans have been.
That's lame shit. My brother would have broke somebody's jaw if he would have heard that shit.
Yeah. Now FBG Duck, you know, he passed away, and you know, you and his mom, you know, y'all don't hide how y'all feel about each other.
I don't know what's wrong with that lady, for real. She needs to go be a mother and sit down. She too old for that. She always coming at me. I don't get no fuck. The only thing I ever seen that she's saying that was real, she said, one thing she not do is I know how to fight. That's the only thing I ever seen that she said that was 100% true, that I know how to fight. She knew that. But I don't know what's wrong with that lady. She need to go get some therapy, like, go sit down, like, you lost your son, like, go get you some therapy and stay off the internet, be a mother, like, fall back, like, I think both of her sons dead.
Yep.
Yeah, like both of your sons dead. Like you need to go get some therapy. You probably going through a lot of shit. Like you've been on the internet trolling everybody trying to get some clout. You can go about this shit a different way. Like do some good shit for your sons and shit. Like, but you going about it the wrong way. Like I don't even pay attention no more though.
You think your brother had respect for Duck though? Like it was a mutual respect between the two?
Man, like I told you, I heard they did a song or some shit. But once again, that should be for the internet. My brother was a real funny guy. I know him like the back of a book, so I'm already knowing what's going on in my head. But it's like I stay in my lane for real.
Yeah. You feel like King Von is the king of drill?
For sure. 100%. Like, you know, most rappers be a lot of capping. It's like he really lived that life for real. Like he was one of them niggas for sure.
Why not Chief Keef though?
Chief Keef, I fuck with Keith. Like I fuck with his music and shit. He made a way for Chicago too. Like Keith, like after Keith, did Keith ever do some shit? I don't really know. I feel like Keith got on and got the fuck about it. I feel like he did what he needed to do though. Like get the fuck on and stay gone. Like fuck all that other shit. Like you gonna have your main guys around you, how they ass going too, like all that Chicago shit. That's one thing I kinda ain't like my brother doing was like he loved Overlock so much, like you couldn't tell him shit. It's like Keith, yeah, he did what he needed to do. He one of them ones too.
That's real. Is Asian daughter Queen of Drill?
Man, stop playing. Stop fucking playing.
I mean, that's what she says.
I know her, like for real, like what's the cream? What's that? The cream that you're like that mean like you did something like what do that mean for the females? Yeah. Like I think drill music. Oh, you been in the field really doing some shit like
yeah. No, I think she's saying like she opened the door for female drill music.
No, I've been hearing that shit in Iraq. We got some hard ass females in Iraq, like they know how to rap and shit like that. Them bitches been rapping like it's a lot of bitches from Chicago that know how to rap like.
Yeah, Katie Got Benz wasn't feeling that when she.
Yeah, Katie hard. Katie been rapping. Sasha Go Hard. All them. Like, it was the group called Pretty in Pink. All them. They used to be rapping and shit like we been doing that shit like we been was in the streets living like that for real. Like most of these females, man, stop playing. I ain't gonna say too much, but yeah.
Now, you recently were viral for saying if a man takes his girlfriend out, he has to pay for everybody, including the girlfriends, homegirls, everybody. And you got a lot of backlash for that.
I know I got a lot of backlash. It's like, I don't know, maybe because the people I hang around. It's like, not even, you don't gotta even hang around no rich, famous people. Growing up, my baby daddy, for instance, he took care of me, his mama, his whole family. Anytime we used to go out, pay for everybody, pay for everything, pay all the bills. So it's like, I'm just used to this shit. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck people be talking about. Maybe they need to come outside with us. Because when me and my girls go outside, we ain't paying for shit. All we doing is drinking a bottle of liquor, smoking a hookah, ordering food, adding more to the tab. And the niggas paying for it at the end of the day. Yeah. You know, it's probably a lot of guys that break 9 to 5s and shit that feel like they have some shit to say. Like, I ain't doing this. My brother right here, he probably feel the same way. I ain't paying for everybody.
I just made a song saying I'm not.
He ain't paying for everybody. It's like different folks for different, like, I don't know, I be around them, one of the ones, but like, some people be cocky and stuck in their ways, like him over here. I know for a fact he ain't paying for everybody when they go out. It's like, that's not a problem. Ooh, I'm just not hanging around people like that. Not saying my brother is something wrong with him over here not doing it, but I just hang around like people that's doing it.
Would you date a guy who worked a 9 to 5?
No.
Okay, and explain why.
Because it's just like the life that I live, like a 9 to 5. You heard what I said. The McDonald's checks weren't doing shit. You gotta be having some shit going on, unless it's a good like I don't know.
What if he made? What if he was a warehouse supervisor and he made $80,000 a year?
As long as you spending money, I don't got time for all that cheap ass shit. Like if you cheap, you don't gotta worry about me. I'm out. Like,
so to you,
as long as you ain't cheap. Okay, if you feel okay, let me put it like this. Boom, because I be feeling like some regular guys like I come across they cute as hell and shit like that. You cute when we get to talking, like you know what you need to do, like spending your money. You ain't cheap. Like I can't deal with the cheapness. Like that's one of my pet peeves. Like if you cheap.
What's cheap? Wait, what's cheap? Is cheap if you want something and they tell you no?
Yeah, I don't that no shit, I ain't with none of that. Like, no, you telling me no? You ain't talking to me. We ain't talking. It's nothing to talk about. Nowadays, that's just how that shit go. Everybody be, oh, you selling pussy, this selling pussy. They ain't said I'm selling pussy. I'm just saying that's what they say. People sell pussy if you want something. No, that's just how that shit go nowadays. People ain't gonna be fucking around with people for free. Yeah, we gonna get to know you, but spend that money too.
So with you, it's not really the money; it's the lifestyle. You don't like slow money. You want a guy who gets fast
You
money.
gotta have some shit going on, like, and then like the lifestyle I live, like, you gotta be a drug dealer or something. Like, you gotta be one of them ones holding that weight. You gotta be doing something. You gotta be the boss. Like, you gotta have some type of money.
So $80,000 a year, is that money to you?
Yeah, that's the money.
But it
Yeah,
just
some
got to
people
be
don't
fast
see
money.
that.
But it just got to be fast money.
Yeah, cause I love fast money. I used to steal. That's fast money. I'm then working that job shit. That shit was one it. That shit ain't it. But ain't shit wrong with jobs. Keep working them jobs. There's nothing wrong with working.
Hey,
them
nah,
jobs.
don't backtrack now, because they're gonna get on your ass.
I don't give a fuck. I just say ain't shit wrong with jobs. I used to work jobs.
I know, I'm just fucking with you.
I used to work jobs. Like, I had more than one job. I used to work at McDonald's. I used to work at Potbelly's, BCBG. Where else I used to work? I used to work at this grocery store in like Frankfurt. Like, I had some jobs, but like that shit wasn't for me. Like, I hate waking up early, having to clock in, having to see people. Like, I don't like none of that shit. I barely like to even do stuff for myself. Like, I can't work no job. My son not even working no job. I'm gonna make sure he got money in his account, credit good. Like, your phone dead.
A man making $80,000 a year, is that a go or no?
No, that's not a goal for me, but it could be a goal to him. But to me, no. Cause it's like when I go shopping, like most of my outfits pay $10,000 or more. Like, so to a nigga, he gonna be whoa, like what the fuck, hell no, like they working a job, getting that much, hell no. Ain't nothing wrong with working jobs though. It's like I feel like you should do an investment, like do something like with getting more money. Working that job shit ain't right. Like having to listen to somebody wake up early. I can't do that shit. I can't.
What's your DMs look like right now? Like, you got athletes in your DMs, rappers. What's your DMs on IG looking like?
Yeah, my DMs be lit. One of the ones that's like right now I ain't been talking to nobody for a couple of months. Like I'm focused on my music. And plus like these niggas ain't on nothing. Like I don't got no pussy, none of that for nobody. So it's like I'm not talking to nobody right now. But my DMs, they be looking nice. It's all type of people in my DMs.
A lot of rappers and athletes getting ignored.
I love rappers, but yeah, I be ignoring them. It's like it depends. It depends. Depends on who you are.
Were you and Fredo Bang ever a thing?
Me and Fredo, we cool. Like I like Fredo. He real cool. Like he don't do no lame shit. For real. Like he keep it 100 with me. Like I fuck with him. He cool.
Now, we posted you last night, and I asked the fans, could you be the next female superstar? And it was a lot of mixed reviews.
Yeah, like on my page, like when I posted this song and shit, I had got nothing but good comments. Like I went on your shit, they was talking hella shit on your shit. Was like, I don't give a fuck y'all. Cause when I'm big and hot, y'all gonna be on my dick buying tickets and shit. So it's just like, y'all talked about everybody. Y'all said Coral Ray was trash. Look at her. She one of them ones now. Like, she doing her shit on y'all ass. Which is like, y'all talk about everybody. Cardi, Nicki. Y'all talk about everybody. And look at them. Like, they them girls. So I don't give a fuck what they say. Like, I'm going to keep working, keep dropping. Y'all gonna fuck with some shit. Y'all ain't gonna like some shit. Hey.
Yeah, you have what? You got 2 music videos out?
You need to go click that YouTube. I got a couple of.
Yeah.
I got one song out with me and my homegirl.
Oh, I see it. Bad Mood, Bad Shit.
Big Booty Bitches.
Okay.
No Talking. And I was rapping. I had to do like a little freestyle like 3 years ago. My brother, I got a picture with me and my brother. I'm standing at the mic and shit. He's standing on the side of me. He helping me and shit. It's like, after he started rapping for real, I said, fuck all that shit. I'm gonna follow up behind my brother. I said, fuck that shit. Fuck that rapping shit. Like, yeah. I had started back. So I'm like, I had been having some music in my phone. I'm like, let me start back, like, doing music and shit. So I'm taking this shit serious now. So it's just like, I'm finna go up for sure.
Yeah, you just gotta stay consistent, man. It's hard being a rapper. When you break through, you break through. You know what I'm saying? And Hey, what we posted last night, that shit wasn't bad though.
Yeah, it
Like,
went up. I just feel like I just gotta keep posting and shit. Like I'm already halfway in the know because who I am. Like I got out of cloud. Like the whole world already know me. So it's like all I gotta do is just work.
for sure. Yo, I appreciate this interview. It's definitely a classic. Is there anything else you want to get off your chest before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some shit off my chest. Like I know y'all be saying I'm a bully, but I'm not. It's like people be a lot of bitches, they be doing shit and hiding their hands. But then it's just like when me and my folks we respond back or we get on there, like we ain't about all that talking and shit. Like I'm from the rack. Like where we from, it's like we see you, we gonna handle our business. Like we don't care who you're in front of, where you at, none of that shit. It's like I be outside. So if anybody got a problem with me that don't like me, I don't feel like it's no problem. Ain't nobody on shit forever. No, I'm not on that. Let me take it back. I'm not on that. I'm focused on my music. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm such a Sagittarius, but I'm focused on my music. Like I ain't with all that fine shit. I'm a good person. I like to have fun. Like I've been finding out my life. Like I'm done with that shit. Like you won't see me put my hands on nobody unless they play my kid or they run up on me or some shit. Then you know I'm gonna do what I do. But other than that, I ain't know that. Like don't shit bother me. I'm just working on my music. Make sure y'all follow me, tune in, because I'm gonna drop some more hot shit.
FBG Cash, he recently took a picture in front of your brother's mural. It went viral, and then I'm gonna say like 5-6 months.
I didn't see it until I ain't see that shit go viral. What else?
Yeah, it was on the blogs, and then 5-6 months later, he was killed. You know, when you see how the whole thing transpired, what was your thoughts?
Oh, when he passed away and shit, I had posted his little picture in front of the Von shit. You know what Durk said? Don't respond to shit. Mm-hmm. Why you not posting that shit? You know.
Yeah. You know, I had interviewed King Yella, and King Yella was like, that's just not a King Yella.
Who's that? I don't know that. Or who's that?
Oh, he's a Chicago rapper, but he was just saying that what FBG Cash did, it wasn't a smart idea. Like Von is extremely loved. Like,
yeah, like they be cop chasing and shit. They all gonna have their time, how that shit go. But I see the picture of him laid out and shit. I seen all. You see that? I see that shit. He had his legs crossed and shit. But yeah.
Yo, I appreciate this interview. Definitely a classic. You did your thing. I'm gonna stay in touch with you, so when you release some new music, just send it my way.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that too.
All right, be safe.
You too.